There's something that you wanted to say in response to that, Doron?
Yeah. I think that the analysis from a military perspective and the roots is very accurate. But one of the things that Hamas learned to do perhaps better than anyone else is to use human shields when they're attacking Israel and yet claim a moral victory in all of their previous occasions. And I think the next 24 hours, they may fire rockets, they might fire missiles, we'll see. And of course, the IDF will be on alert. What is going to be the moral victory over this war? Is the world going to hold Hamas accountable? We've gone to enormous strides from the IDF perspective to show that never has a war been fought on any place in the entire world where the weapons are literally stored in the cabinet of a home. The IDF notifies everyone in the home, clears everybody out of the home, and we take out the cabinet and see a secondary explosion. And so the question is, are these images that we've been presenting to the world going to undermine Hamas's stance once again to deceive the world that this is a moral victory for them? Or is the world going to see the truth and understand what we're facing?
Which is why I have to ask, when it comes to this ongoing conflict with Hamas, we cannot deny the casualties that we're seeing, the destruction, of course, of the Palestinian side, the destruction in roads, hospitals, you name it. And many of these casualties are, of course, like you said, a result of Hamas choosing to launch rockets from highly populated areas. But what can Israel do in avoiding hurting civilians and avoiding killing children?
The images that we've seen across the screen are enormously painful. Also for me to see images of a child in Israel, child in Gaza that's been killed, it's a horrible, horrible image. But what we have to always remember is go back to the basics. When Hamas started this 11 days ago and shot rockets at Jerusalem, that same barrage of rockets killed 16 people in Gaza. 8 of them were children because of a misfire. And 160 of the people that were killed were militants. So again, we're facing a crisis in Israel that drove 1 million people into shelters. The entire time we're trying to use methodologies that have never been used anywhere before. But I think the goal is going to be for the world to see the truth behind what is a very complicated situation.
All right. Well, on that note, we are taking a short break.